Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today it was another good day. We traded really well. We did everything we're supposed to do. We brought this account back for the third time. We're finally at this $2,000 balance again, which before used to be very difficult to get to. So the fact that we've done this, I think, two times now on this account alone shows how much we're improving, how much we're getting better. Um, it was a lot of chop and a lot of manipulation today, and I had so much patience. And I think in terms of my risk management was very good. I was patient, which was really good. I was actually kind of stressed coming into this trading session. I just felt a little bit more anxious. There are days where I feel like that and trading goes completely fine. And then there are days where I feel like that and I just go completely off the boil and I don't trade well whatsoever. So honestly, for me, I'm just very happy that I was able to get to this point where I was just extremely patient today, just waiting for what I wanted, knowing exactly what I wanted to do because there's some mistakes that I've made in the past that I absolutely corrected today as well. So, yeah, like I'm very proud with the way that I've been trading. It honestly hasn't been easy. I'm sure probably maybe this week or maybe next week I'm gonna make a video about working full time and trading technically full time as well and how difficult it can be because for myself trading at night it's hard, especially if you've had a long day, you stay at work late, you come back home, you have chores to do, you have other things to do. Like I came back home today and I was just so tired. My fiance, she didn't have work today. She was so tired too. But she was sleeping and after I got home I changed and I sat next to her on the couch and I fell asleep too because I was just so tired. And it's not even like work was like super draining or anything. It was just work. Like I don't think there was anything like super bad about work, but the fact that, you have to go to work, the fact that, for myself I deal with patients on a day-to-day basis. You deal with a lot of stressful situations that is normal for my job, but over time it can accumulate. And I think having that every single day and then coming back home to trade at night sometimes can affect me. And I could tell I was like really anxious. Like I didn't want to play Pokemon Champions today because I was like, I don't feel like losing. I don't want to lose. Normally it's something I like to play, especially before I trade because it keeps my mind sharp. But I was like, no, I don't want to do that. I didn't want to play Dragon Ball Legends PvP because I'm like, no, it's too stressful. I was just watching some World Cup games and just trying to relax, sleeping, and making sure that we are clear. We have a clear mind coming into this trading session, and thankfully we did. We didn't do anything rash. We were very patient. I'm going to show how patient we were today, and it paid off. Patience literally pays. But there was a ton of chop. There was a ton of manipulation, which I'll go over. So let's make sure we come back here, turn on our executions. I'll show exactly what I'm talking about here. It was honestly a super choppy day. So I think that's even why I'm more so proud of my performance today than any other day I've had recently, is because of the fact that we were just so patient. We waited and waited and waited and waited and waited. And we didn't, go break even early. We knew what our risk was. We just stayed patient and patient and patient. And we got exactly what we wanted. So let's go ahead and go through this right now. These are the executions for the trades, but if we go in real time, I'll be able to kind of explain exactly what happened. So this is what we are looking like here. We're at Friday Valley area low. This is 9 o'clock, so we're heading to 9 o'clock here. Friday Valley area low is here. Friday point of control is here. Friday Valley area high is here. Super important to note, right? We just rejected Friday point of control, and we were falling down. So clearly bearish on the day, but it's still a lot of chop. It could go either way, but we're still chopping around, and I'm only clicking the sell button for today. If it shoots up, right, and we start breaking through here, and then we pull back, then it's possible that you could buy, but I probably wouldn't trade, right, because my bias is to only sell on a day like today. So because of that, um, I was like, that's all I'm looking for. You can see here, this is where we opened. This is where we're at 9 o'clock. So for me, I'm bearish regardless. But we want to see how we act off this Friday Valley area low. We already bounced off of it once in the session. So we want to see if we're going to bounce. But of course, the more you test support or resistance, the weaker it becomes. So this was one test. We broke through it, pull back to VWAP, and now it's looking like we are rejecting. So first candle here, we actually shoot up on high volume. So at this point, I'm like, well, we could be shooting up here. And the old me, the old Victor, would have been like, oh, this is a really good risk to reward. Friday Valley area low is here. Current session Friday Valley area low is here. If we buy from here, it could be a really good area. But in reality, I was like, no, like we are bearish for today. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong by showing that we're going to head up to these areas here, right? Because if you do that and you break through, then I'm like, okay, like I'm wrong, but I'm not trading anyway, so I don't lose any money. So that occurs right here, right? Then we struggle, right? We struggle here, we bounce higher, high volume again. So then I was like, we'll just wait and see. Pull back right there. And that's my first entry, right? Because we are struggling to head higher. This is Friday point of control, right? This is again struggling at VWAP 2. It's a really good area to sell. My stop loss initially was up here at, no, not 52.5. Geez, that was way too high. 39.8. I could have put my stop loss up here, but I know if we start breaking this level, then I'm wrong. So we just gave it a little bit of breathing room in the beginning, 40.2. But I know if I go to the 5 minute, my stop loss could have been here at 34.2, as you can see right here, or 34.6. So I could have put it there, but I wanted to give it some room first because I always like to add, right? So my stop loss was about like $214 or something. Again, we're risking very low to start, but as we continue to move in the direction, right, we start hitting levels. That's when I'm like, okay, cool, like I can start adding to my position here, right? So the first add comes here. We start breaking this level, right? This is off the opening candle. So we broke below the opening candle for 9 o'clock. That was my first ad, right? Because it shows that we're struggling to head higher. We end up coming down, nice red candle, so that's really good. Normally that's a case where I would add some more, but again, I'm being extremely patient. I know that we need to start following through and we can start adding below this level. Instead, what happens, we pull back up. Again, at this point, like my average was like 408, so we were in a little bit of drawdown. I was like, if we start coming up above this level, then I know that most likely I've lost this trade, right? Stop loss could be moved down here. I think it was like $275 because we added. Again, our original stop loss is still intact, about a $500 loss. So we're trying to keep our losses low. As you can see on my calendar, my losses are like $700, $800, $700, $700, right? So I'm trying to keep it a lot lower when we do lose. I'm trying my best, guys. I'm trying my best. So that's what ended up happening there. We reject VWAP again, and then after that rejection, we do add here on increasing volume, slight pullback again to the upside, but then we add another one here on increasing volume and a nice full body red candle here too. So I wanted to catch this one early because I was like, this is really nice velocity here, right? Coming and rejecting VWAP off this candle and increasing volume. I had a feeling that we would head lower. Again, there's no guarantee, but that's why we only had one contract at a time. Then we added on this one because this was a for sure candle here. We did take one off because I was like, I'd be a fool if I don't take one off around the 4,000 level, just in case we start bouncing back. We did a little bit more chop. What I meant by manipulation was the fact that you come down here like this and then you manipulate up, right? It's just more people wanted to sell at this area. You come down, right? You stagnate, you chop around, and then you come down higher or come down lower. At this point, we have increasing volume right here on this candle, right? So a lot of times whenever I have increasing volume, before in the past, again, the old Victor would be like, "Ooh, let's add more," and I don't really think there's necessarily anything wrong with that, right? But as I'm getting older in my trading career and more wise, I'm starting to realize that this is a really good time to start taking off some of your positions. So I took off a couple here, guaranteeing profits. We set our stop loss above this candle, I believe, just to make sure we guarantee some more profits here. But then, as you can see, we came really close to stopping out here for a $6 profit on that last contract, but we did end up heading a lot lower to our target, which was around 80.2. I wanted to see if we could follow through some more. We kind of did, but I just decided that this is a really good area to get out, and that was it. So, and honestly, it was a really good point because again, we went back up higher, we chop around, and then now we're coming back down. So a really, honestly, very choppy day, extremely choppy day. Tough, like honestly, this is a tough day to trade in hindsight. Um, but also too beforehand too, I think I would have rated this like a one, maybe a 1.5. I didn't think about the rating when I came to trade today, but it might have been a one, right? Because again, look at all of the chop that you're seeing here. You have many prior day levels from volume profile here. There's a ton of chop earlier in the New York session too. So I think I just was extremely patient, tons of chop and manipulation, but we didn't get bogged down by that. We did everything we needed to do, and it resulted in a profitable day. So finally, we are back above the $2,000 balance once again. I think I would have been eligible if I didn't have those major losses. I think I would have been eligible for like how many payouts? This would be one payout here because I'm on the 40% account. And if you guys don't know, on the 40% account, you only need three winning days, right? You don't need five, you need three. So that would have been one payout here. That would have been two payouts here. This would be three payouts here if I go back to the last calendar. This would be one, two, four payouts there, right? So, um, yeah. But of course, that's negating the losses. That's not realistic. But I'm just saying that we've had enough winning days for four payouts. So we're getting there. We're getting there. It is taking some time. It's taking a while, but um, again, everything that we're doing is paying off. We're learning from our mistakes. Our patience is paying off. We're getting through a rough patch in a really good manner. And even if these were losses, all three of these days were losses, like we've traded well, right? But we're thankful that we actually have green days correlating with good trades and good trading overall. So, yeah. But anyway, guys, hopefully you guys are doing well. I really hope you guys are surviving these markets. Gold has been on a downward trend. We've been losing a lot. I honestly don't know how much NQ and ES are down or up. I really haven't been paying attention, but hopefully you guys are staying safe in these markets. Hopefully you guys are staying safe in life. Hopefully you guys are trading well. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. If I trade tomorrow, if I don't trade tomorrow, I'll probably still do a video um, for shout outs as well because I've missed quite a bit. I'm responding to comments slowly. I am getting there. Um, Again, like I said, it can be hard working and then coming back home and all the things I need to do, but I promise I will get to your comments as soon as I can. But hopefully you guys are doing well. Hopefully you guys are trading well. And yeah, keep trading, Soaply.